You know that feeling, right? That constant pressure. Faster software, perfect quality, zero bugs. It's relentless.
Absolutely. And for so many teams, traditional manual testing, well, it just struggles to keep up.
Yeah, it often becomes this huge bottleneck. It's a challenge, frankly, that can feel pretty overwhelming for a lot of people we talk to.
Definitely a common pain point.
So today we're doing a deep dive into ZAPTEST Copilot. And look, this isn't just, another tool.
Not at all.
It's an AI-powered no-code assistant that's really starting to reshape how organizations handle test automation.
Fundamentally changing the game, you could say.
Right. So our mission today, for you listening, is to sort of cut through the hype. We want to show you exactly how ZAPTEST Copilot lowers those technical barriers and seriously speeds up development cycles.
Give you a clear view.
Exactly. A shortcut to understanding this really cutting-edge solution.
All right.
So let's unpack this a bit. For years, probably the biggest hurdle for getting test automation widely adopted has been, the technical skill needed.
The coding barrier.
Yeah, you needed specialized coders, you had to know scripting languages, understand complex frameworks.
It was a high bar.
But ZAPTEST Copilot seems to tackle this head-on with its intelligent, no-code approach.
It does. And what's truly fascinating here, I think, is how it democratizes test creation. It makes it accessible to almost everyone.
Not just the tech specialists.
No, that's the key. We're not just talking QA engineers or developers anymore. Imagine product managers, business analysts.
Even marketing teams?
Potentially, yes. They can directly create fully functional test cases just by using plain natural language, like everyday English.
How does that work in practice? Give us an example.
Okay, so you could literally describe a scenario, maybe something like test login with invalid credentials using a blank password field, then verify the error message appears.
Just type that in.
Pretty much. Copilot uses advanced natural language processing, understands your intent, and bang, it generates a robust working automation script.
Within seconds.
Within seconds. It completely removes that need for traditional coding skills. It changes who can actually contribute to quality assurance.
That ease of use and that kind of speed, it sounds almost revolutionary.
It feels like it sometimes.
But okay, for teams that are, used to traditional scripting, what's the biggest mindset shift needed? And I guess beyond just removing the code, how does this impact the whole development and validation process? This is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Yeah, it's a pretty profound shift. You're moving from what was often a developer-only or a QA specialist-only task to something much more collaborative.
Right.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, well, it leads to unbelievably rapid test creation and validation right across the board.
So faster tests, obviously.
Yes, but more than that. Teams get AI-guided support not just for generating those initial scripts, but also for debugging them and even suggesting new test scenarios you might have missed.
So it helps find problems too.
Exactly. And crucially, ZAPTEST Copilot has this unified execution engine. This means you can quickly check functionality across different browsers, different operating systems, even mobile devices.
Without writing separate scripts for each one.
Without writing separate scripts. That dramatically streamlines the feedback loops. You catch defects earlier when they're cheaper to fix. And it really enhances collaboration, which is vital, especially for distributed teams.
Think about the time saved there. Not having to constantly rewrite or adapt tests for every single platform variation.
Huge time savings. Days, potentially weeks.
So it's not just making individual tests faster, it's like a systemic speed up. Which leads me to ask, what does this mean for organizations trying to scale up their testing efforts without getting, bogged down?
That's a really important question. Scalability.
Yeah, what's the long-term impact on resources on the bottom line?
Well, think about the technical debt that often builds up with traditional automation frameworks. Those brittle, high-maintenance scripts. They become a real burden over time.
I've seen that happen.
Right. ZAPTEST Copilot significantly simplifies scaling because it eliminates that complexity and maintenance overhead. Since it's driven by natural language, updating a test can be as simple as just updating a sentence.
Makes sense.
So organizations can ramp up their test coverage really quickly, maybe across thousands of tests, without needing to massively increase their engineering team size or letting that technical debt pile up.
And the ROI.
Ultimately, the ROI is multifaceted. It's not just cutting testing time, though it does that. It's faster time to market with higher quality products. It's significantly reducing those extensive post-release bug fixes.
And freeing up engineers.
Exactly, freeing up your highly skilled engineers to innovate, to build new features. rather than just maintaining old test scripts. It really lets teams innovate faster, catch bugs earlier, and scale their testing without scaling the costs or the effort proportionally.
Okay, so wrapping this up then. The real power of ZAPTEST Copilot seems to be this combination of intuitive natural language prompts with intelligent test generation and execution.
Making automation accessible.
Accessible, efficient, and scalable for pretty much anyone, regardless of their coding background.
Precisely. And, this shift, moving away from specialized coding towards plain language commands, it really begs the question, doesn't it?
What's that?
Just how might this fundamentally reshape team structures, and maybe even the very definition of what we consider a technical skill in the future of software development?
That's definitely something to think about. What does technical even mean when anyone can instruct the machine?
It's a thought with potentially massive implications down the road.